Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on enhancing email security in digital age. I am Rohemina Ankra, and I'll be your moderator for today's panel. So joining me today is Mr. Deval Shah. He's a cybersecurity expert from Rainbow Secure, and we are here to discuss some of the key challenges businesses face with email security and exploring practical solutions. So, Daval, I'd like for us to start with the basics. In simple terms, what are the most common email challenges, security challenges that businesses face today?
Thanks, Belmina. And hello, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. First of all, let me give a little background to today's topic, the email security. Email software has been one of the most basic and necessary software for any business to operate. It's a lifeline of a business. Now, thinking about the vital lifeline for the business, one must also think about securing them. So that's why we chose today's topic to enhance the email security in the digital age. The reason behind giving a specific thought about email security is that today email is facing the biggest challenges in the form of phishing and other attacks on the email communication itself. So this is when the attacker tries to send an email that looks like a legitimate, but it's a scam designed to trick the recipient to reveal sensitive information or give away the ownership of their email account to the hackers in one or other way. So while the email phishing challenge itself is a significant challenge, other challenges are there that do include tricking the user into believing and taking action based on emails received. So those actions can also be in the form of brute force attacks, where hackers try countless combinations of username and passwords until they get right and crack your account in. Or it can be based on the credential theft, where hacker bought or stole your login details through phishing malware or other hacking methods. So these are just a few common challenges that business face today, and most of the users would have encountered one or other spam or phishing email in their personal or work life, and we all know that it can have serious consequences if not addressed properly.
Wow, wow. I'll say that sounds really concerning, especially for businesses that might not have strong cybersecurity measures in place, which is very vital. What would you say are some of the best practices that businesses can adopt to protect themselves against these email security threats?
Businesses should at least consider implementing the multi-factor authentication on their email accounts and cloud storage. So considering MFA is the most effective way to protect the email account, you do need multiple forms of verification and security layers before granting access to the email account itself. Because if you protect the main entry point to your email account, it significantly reduces the chance of unauthorized access, even if the login password is compromised. At Rainbow Secure, we offer an interactive MFA plugin that's customizable to fit different business needs, making it easier to implement without disrupting day-to-day operations. So I would say that first start with MFA. Second, users should be using strong credentials that are unique enough, but at the same time, it do help the users to maintain the cyber hygiene without going crazy. So you can say that although users have capability to do single sign-on into the other business software they have access to, but having a strong unique credential for their account is required. So MFA do help here for the users to have better user experience without compromising security and without going crazy with different credential challenges they face day to day. The third step in securing the email account is have regular training for your employees. So staff education and user education towards recognizing the phishing emails and how to handle if they do receive certain email like that, if they have doubt, how to report the phishing email, how to handle certain things so that they always say that um, uh, often the first line of defense is the awareness. And if employees are well aware to recognize the phishing or spam or business compromise emails, then that's the very good place to start with. Because no matter what security you put in place, if an employee gets certain email and if that email is saying that the CEO needs the some urgent money right away, or some higher up manager says that please grant access to so and so domain or so and so users. Now, if users are not properly checking the validity of that email and taking action without verifying it, right? Then company can still get compromised, because here is more about social engineering the hackers is doing. So helping our end users verify the authenticity of the email, and employees themselves taking steps to cross verify with the requester whether somebody is requesting money or somebody is requesting change in payment information or somebody is requesting say higher access or elevated access to certain users. There should always be a proper channel setup to verify those requests. So here comes the education for the employees. The fourth item that business would always be keeping in mind is to set up proper email filtering options using email security tools. And those options for filtering can be as simple as blocking the emails with malicious links, or to also filter out the emails based on their reputation. The one other item that business should always be taking care about, especially if you are subjected to certain compliance regulations, is that sensitive information should always be encrypted before it's sent out. So emails with sensitive information should always be encrypted. This is very important because whether you are subject to HIPAA compliance, PCI DSS compliance, you are subject to, say, financial regulatory compliance like NYDFS and many other regulations. So always teach your employees how to encrypt the outgoing information, whether they are sending the information as a part of the email body or it's been sent as an attachment to the email. Because anything can happen if somebody's email is compromised or the email is been forwarded to say the recipient using some rules, then there comes the compromise. No matter what security you had for login, what security you had for phishing protection, but if the employee's email is getting auto forwarded or some other way, they end up forwarding that email to some other recipient, there comes the data breach. So one essential feature of modern email security systems is that you can now forward disable. So any outgoing email now users have a choice to configure so that do not forward. So when you set the email to be do not forward, it system will not allow the user to forward that email further to other people. So this is very helpful when you want to protect your email communication from hackers. Other tools and
Wow.
techniques that hackers can use is to say, interject themselves between the email communication between the employees and their partners. And then sometimes, employee itself, they end up giving information within the email reply, right? Now, if you have not set up proper policies to prevent the data loss, then here there comes the chances of data breach where employee leaks the information outside the organization. Or even within the organization, if certain employee is not supposed to receive certain information, then there will be issues. So you should always set up data loss prevention policies. That policies will help you to secure the business data from accidental data breaches or even intentional ones. So there's always a rules that will look into the email body and it will check for the given pattern of information. It can be your medical record number, it can be your SSN, it can be other financial information, that is not supposed to be just sent out in a plain text within an email body. Other steps that users should always be getting help with is the regular backup and archiving, because anyone can accidentally delete certain emails and then oops, I deleted some important email. I intended to move it to other folder and they ended up deleting them. It has happened to almost every one of us. With proper backup tools and proper archival tools, one can secure the email and other files from accidental deletion. And also for compliance purposes, if you are meant to preserve certain emails and files for X number of years, then there comes the extended help that in case of failure as well, you can restore the files and emails to your Outlook box or any other email system you're using.
Thank you so much. I also think it's very important to educate your employees on the importance of encrypting emails. Those are very actionable tips, Mr. Daval. I also want us to talk a bit more about Rainbow Secure. I know a lot of us are curious about Rainbow Secure. How does your MFA plugin specifically help businesses address these email security challenges?
Yeah. So our Rainbow Secure's multi-factor authentication plugin that is designed to add a robust layer of security for email access. So here, Rainbow Secure MFA plugin gives user an ability to design an interactive credentials that they will be using to access the email and other business software. So when, say, attacker might be able to steal your password, whatever you are typing in the system, but with the additional layers of interaction within Rainbow Secure's MFA framework, like formatting your password or OTP token, or doing some styling like say bold, italic, underline, or a background color or a font color, any one or two formatting actions that you would be applying on your password or MFA token, that is setting users apart from traditional way they were logging in. So this easy to integrate MFA plugin with whether you are using your Outlook or you are using your Google Workspace account or Office 365 or even anything you are using outside of these two major email systems. Rainbow Secure MFA plugin is protecting the users from different types of attacks, and it's highly customizable framework. Whether user wants to log in through their primary password login and then do a step of verification using OTP sent to their mobile device using SMS or app or Rainbow Secure app itself, or any other method like QR code. So here we are having the flexibility of what level of security you need, where the user request is coming from, and how we are identifying the bots versus genuine users trying to log into the system. So having the balance of user experience and security need for given user at given time from given device is very much important. In addition to the MFA, InfoSecure offers services that enhance the email security, such as setting up the email account so that only authenticated senders can use your email domain and email account. This helps ensure that only the senders you specified can send out email. You must have noticed that many times hackers impersonate bigger corporations like PayPal or UPS or so many other organizations as well that users do business with or they get emails from. So even your own company's domain, right? Hackers can say end up misusing your own company domain and trick the recipients into accepting emails or clicking on the links. So Rainbow Secure is helping to set up this authenticated sender framework and all those technical things that to be set up on the backend. Rainbow Secure team takes care of it. So you don't have to worry about doing it manually. Another aspect that we help is encrypting your emails and how to set up all those things that you need to get email encryption going. So we help in setting up the initial basic configuration, your defaults, what you need, and also we make sure that if you have compliance area you are having, say you are a healthcare business, or you are a insurtech business, or you are a fintech, or other compliance heavy industry, then we help you set up the DLP policies as well. So data loss prevention policies always is a good way to stop the unintentional leakages. Other things that Rainbow Secure team helps our business users is setting up the email and attachment filtering. We all know that many times we might be receiving the emails with certain DocuSign or other kind of spam emails, like some voicemails and some stuff like some tricky extension files we get. Now, if you are not filtering those bad extensions and bad emails, then user might, for the curiosity, end up downloading those files or clicking on them, so that may end up downloading certain malware on the system. So we help our customers set up those filtering as needed. We also help our customers set up the robust backup and archiving solutions from our technology partners, so that based on the user's need, we select a technology partner for them to back up their emails and also to set up an archival process for that. So, so that they are ensuring the compliance with the legal requirements. Because with every business, there is a certain requirement to preserve the email communication for X number of years. So this is where you are getting help from ransomware as well as accidental deletion, and also you satisfy the legal compliance needs.
Oh wow. It really sounds like Rainbow Secure covers all the bases when it comes to email security, which is excellent. For a business that is starting to think seriously about this, what's the first step that they should be taking today?
So the first step that they should be taking is to um, get us review their current email security posture. We will help them identify any gaps or vulnerabilities that could be exploited by attackers. So once business has a clear understanding of what's needed, how to bridge the gap, we'll help them implement the security measures. And implementing the MFA authentication, multi-factor authentication, should be a top priority, because that's the gateway to not only your email, but most of the times other business software that user is using. So preventing that unauthorized access is a key. So we help business identify the gaps and also implement the necessary tools and solutions to bridge the gap. So once the MFA is configured, we go ahead and set up the email authentication framework that includes setting up your SPF, DKIM, and DMARC settings to authenticate the senders and prevent spoofing. Because most of the businesses do use tools like SendGrid or MailChimp or any other mass mailing software as well to send out the business communication. So when you are involved both in the sending out the one-on-one traditional emails, and also occasionally your business is sending out the notification emails or the support emails to the customers, or even few marketing emails, it's very necessary to identify which are the different software you have given access to use the email from your domain. Because on the other hand, other email security systems on the recipient side, they are looking for the certain settings and certain validations from your side, because they are also trying to protect their system, right, and their data. So they want to know that if someone is sending the email, for example, from rainbowsecure.com, then is it the right server that is sending the email from the right validated token or given certificate. So here there's always a verification for emails outgoing, outbound, and inbound emails, verification from other side. So in this security world, it's all about security collaboration. So we do our part for both improving the, you can say, the trustworthiness of the email domains for a business, but at the same time, also try to catch the bad email and spam email settings that we do that help you filter out those inbound emails. So filtering inbound emails is necessary, but also making sure that only the authenticated senders are able to send email using your domain is key. Otherwise, your emails will end up in junk or spam folder on the other side if you don't do proper configuration of authenticating your domain. Not only that, business should always have a 6 month or as frequent as possible the security awareness training, because that training will help them avoid the potential risk of leaking the data and you know taking action on the emails they are receiving. Everyone knows that many times they get email from saying that this email from a CEO or email from other important business leader in the company. And when employees see email from those email addresses, they tend to act or react in an urgent manner because they know that, okay, this email is from my boss or this email from my team lead. I have to take action right away. They forget to check from where the email came from, or they forget to check the raw message headers, because normally nobody checks that. Mostly when you're looking that email from the phone, it's not easy to find out who is the actual sender, whether it's a fake sender versus the real sender. If you're on a desktop and with big screen, you have the capability to look at everything, in detail. But here, when you're working on smaller size devices, and when you see the email coming from your boss or from CEO, you take the action right away. That's where hackers want to trick you into taking certain actions. So regular training, recognizing phishing attempts, and understanding importance of strong credentials can go a long way in maintaining the email security.
Thank you so much, Deval, for breaking that down. You really enlightened us today. So it's clear that with right tools and practices, businesses can significantly improve their email security. I have a couple of questions for you today. Here's an interesting one. So what are some common mistakes businesses make when it comes to email security, and how can they avoid them? Could you share your thoughts with us, please?
Sure. The most common mistake for the email security is that business do start implementing, say, MFA, but they don't implement for most of the users or all the users in an organization. Because when they start on the MFA project, sometimes they get pushback from the users or even from the C-suite users saying that, hey, I don't have time for this, or I don't have that phone always with me, or that token I'm using, or my secretary actually needs to log in, not me. I'm not the only one using my email account. So here comes the challenge. Both the reality of who is actually accessing that email account versus who is owning that email account. Now, how to bridge this gap between the real life security needs, real life access needs versus the best practices for the security. So I would always say that, hey, work with remote secure team will help you set up proper security settings and right type of MFA framework, because one size fits all is not going to work in this digital age. Every user, whether it's a C-suite user or end user, whether they are working remotely from the office, using the phone, tablet, or laptop, there are varying needs of security, and how we identify those security hazards outside of that parameter we have built. That's very important. So if someone has two secretaries working for a CFO or other business leader, and they are accessing his email, then it's not correct from the compliance perspective. But in reality, they do end up accessing the C-suite email. And now, how to balance the need of having taking some action on behalf of the CFO, but at the same time it's compliant enough, right? Same way, there would be a common accounts like backup accounts, service accounts, support accounts. More than one person from the support team is responding to an email. More than one person from a sales team or marketing team is responding to certain marketing email. How do you handle the scenarios where there is a multi-access scenario here, and how you correctly record all those information, who accessed, when, where, you know? So Rainbow Secure has a unique features like team access, subordinate access, team lead access, to this email quandary, the problems that people face day to day. So we have the unique capabilities where we combine the best security practices, and also we provide the capabilities to the business to have the access in a right way that is secure enough and auditable and traceable. You can go back and trace how it happened where. Also, we help the customers to correctly configure the security settings like email filtering and encryption, because without correctly configuring them, you can have false sense of security that I'm secure enough. But no, you're not secure enough because you are first of all have not covered enough your users with MFA protection, and also you have not done right email filtering or encryption setting. So you think that you did certain settings, but no, it's not working for all. Somebody's getting issues, or your encryption certificate has to be renewed. There's so much things going on behind the scenes. So first of all, not setting correctly and also having false sense of security is very harmful. So these are the common mistakes that we help business correct and help them combine the best practices with multiple layers of protection to guard them against different types of threats.
Thank you so much, Davao. That's very, very helpful. It looks like we have time for one more question. So this is also delving into Rainbow Secure. How does Rainbow Secure's MFA plugin integrate with existing email systems, and is it easy to implement?
Sure, thanks for the question. It's a great question. Rainbow Secure's MFA plugin is designed to integrate seamlessly with a wide range of email systems, including popular platforms like Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, and others. It's also easy to integrate this plugin with your cloud backend like Azure, AWS, Oracle, and others. So you can, on one side, integrate Rainbow Secure plugin to secure your email platform, but also at the same time, you can secure your Slack communication. You can secure your other business logins like to your WordPress websites or to your Dropbox accounts or even to your business financial software like Monday.com and others. So we work closely with the IT team of the client and help them customize the plugin as per the security needs so that it fits into their existing workflow and security infrastructure. So integrating with Microsoft Entra ID or integrating with Google ID is the flexibility that we provide to the business so that they can have best of both worlds. They can have right amount of security coverage and also the flexibility of deploying the MFA. That doesn't require, at most of the cases, any specific skill set to integrate. Remote security team is always available to help migrate or upgrade the security of legacy applications and upgrade the security of email communication systems.
Mm, mm. It sounds like Rainbow Secure solutions are both powerful and user-friendly. To all our attendees today, I'd like to say thank you so much for joining. Um, Deval, I just want to know if you have something else to say. Any way our attendees can reach out to Rainbow Secure. Any last statements to them?
Yeah, definitely. Remote Secure provides complimentary security assessment for first-time customers and business users. So you are more than welcome to set up one-on-one call and mention that you attended this webinar or you saw the recording, and we'll get you a 10% discount on your first year of subscription for email security and related packages. So everyone who is more curious to learn about email security or want to do deep dive with us, including having a demo accounts to try it out, we are welcoming them to contact us on social media or emailing us at hello@rainbowsecure.com. So we welcome to set up a demo conversation, security consultation, and other calls. And we are more than happy to also solve your other security needs that you might have today.
Okay, thank you so much. And to everyone, we hope you found this discussion very informative and that you're leaving with actionable steps to enhance your email security. If you have any further questions, just like Deval mentioned, or you'd like to learn more about Rainbow Secure, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'll be sending a follow-up email with additional resources, so look out for that as well. Thank you so much again, Deval, and thank you to everyone for participating and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you, Meena, and everyone for your time today. Stay secure and don't get afraid. Staying cyber safe is the key to enjoy the digital innovations and transformations that you are seeing all around. AI is here to stay, but using the AI for your security is much better. Goodbye and take care, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much and take
Thank you.
care.
Take care.